Mr. Shermer. It is with great pleasure to introduce to you our guest speaker, Vita Heathcote.
Thank you, Darlene. Today, I would like to recognize the class of 2009, their distinguished guests, friends, family members, and the faculty and staff of the Gersh Academy. Thank you for having me speak at the Gersh Academy commencement. Perhaps you are all sitting here and asking yourselves, why is this young woman speaking here at the Gersh Academy ceremonies? It is because I, too, have a neurobiological disorder. Like most of the graduates of the Gersh Academy, who probably have been misunderstood at least once in their lifetime, I know what it is like to be misunderstood by others. Nevertheless, having Asperger's syndrome is not the only reason that brought me to this podium. My presence today is not only to share the struggles that I have overcome, but also to impart a few words of wisdom that I would like to share with you. After failing miserably, both academically and socially at a large university in Long Island, I thought I had no hope. This is until I found the Gersh Academy sister program, the Gersh Experience at Damon College. After the first semester at the Gersh Experience, I was fortunate enough to be invited to a women's leadership retreat where I met a women's rights activist by the name of Naomi Wolf. For those who do not know who Naomi Wolf is, she was a political consultant for Al Gore's 2000 presidential campaign and has also written 7 New York Times bestsellers. While I was speaking with Miss Wolf, I realized something that I would never forget. During that leadership retreat, I realized that disability is not a dis, but the ability to overcome challenges. What exactly does this self-proclaimed saying actually mean? According to the encyclopedia of Vita Heathcote, dissing is not only insulting others, but also yourself. I kept scratching my head for several days after the retreat and wondered, have I overcome that dissing myself? I first started dissing myself when I was just 7 years old. I remember one moment in particular, out of many confusing moments in my life back then, when I was in the 2nd grade. It was the first day of school. I sat down at the cafeteria table, and all I remember hearing was, "You're not allowed here. Why are you sitting here?" As a timid 2nd grader, my eyes filled up with tears. From that moment on, my innocence turned into something that I would never forget, and I started dissing myself for several years to come. Other moments I never want to go back to are junior and senior high school. I avoided several intimidating social situations. I skipped gym because gym was the big social hour, and I never wanted to eat lunch in the cafeteria. The only way I thought I could get attention was by acting out, having tantrums, cutting classes, and coming late to school. You may ask, if I disliked school so much, why did I not drop out? The answer is simple. It is because I wanted to succeed in life, and I have always believed that getting a good education is essential to success. Eventually, I did graduate and was accepted into several colleges. I enrolled at Long Island University CW Post campus. To my dismay, college was even a bigger zoo. To tell you all those stories would turn this 10-minute speech into a 2020 special. Long story short, I left college because the mistakes I had made and the reputation I had developed prevented me from going on and being successful at CW Post. After this failed attempt, I became very adept in the field of dissing myself. It was at this time I decided to take a risk and move out of my comfort zone here on Long Island and move to Buffalo to the Gersh Experience. I knew that I would have to make sacrifices, like not having the comfort of my own home, and not seeing my parents every day, and not having New York pizza and sushi. I decided, however, that the sacrifice was worth making because I wanted to become successful in life. One would think that after all the failures and having been misunderstood my entire life, I would have given up. But I've always wanted to become successful, and so I kept moving forward. While I was waiting to begin at the Gersh Experience, I called the director of the Gersh Experience every day. She has since limited me to a few calls a day, but I was so nervous because I did not want my past to repeat itself. From that moment on, I arrived in Buffalo, the sacrifices became real. I had to eat Galassi's pizza, haul soda pop, and give up my credit card and learn to live on a $200 a month budget. This is from someone who loved $200 shopping sprees in one day. But after many typical ASCII meltdowns in the beginning of the semester, I managed to get myself together. After I shut the door on the zoo of my past, I managed to open many windows. Once the windows were open, I started gaining my success. My GPA at the end of my 5th semester is a 2.86. I co-authored a paper with one of my professors, which we both presented at a professional conference in Bermuda, and I studied abroad in Brazil and Italy. I also served as a peer mentor, which gave me the opportunities to spread the message that individuals with hidden disabilities can make a difference. Finally, after many discussions with my professors, I decided to create my own major in human resources and psychology. Why did I decide to create my own major? Because I wanted to learn the skills I would need to help individuals with hidden disabilities obtain and maintain employment. I have decided to become an advocate for individuals with disabilities in the workplace. My experiences began to teach me that people with disabilities can be successful and make a difference. My newfound success has raised my self-esteem, and I have found myself in a different path than that young woman who has found it so easy to diss herself. When I began at the Gersh experience, I definitely did not want to make the same mistakes I had in my past. And instead of gaining that reputation of that needy or crazy girl, I wanted to change the story of my own life and make a difference in the lives of others. I also wanted to help neurotypicals look at hidden disabilities in a different way. I want to show that individuals with hidden disabilities can make a difference, and that we can be successful and maintain healthy relationships with others. I have come to realize that maintaining healthy relationships is essential to happiness in life. If one does not maintain healthy relationships, it is essential that the person will most likely be very unhappy in life. From past experience, I know when I'm unhappy, I lose the motivation to be successful in anything I need to accomplish. When one does not succeed, a self-dissing attitude will most likely take over. If there is one message I would like to give to you today, it is believe in yourself. Leave the failures of your past behind and explore the endless possibilities of for your future. Do not let anything in your past keep you from moving forward. Now that I have spread my message, I will now get off my soapbox. I wish all the graduates a wonderful and successful future. And a personal message for the class of 2009, you can put anything you put your mind to.